Ali, just a moment. The family cannot allow guests to enter a dream while bearing burdens.
Oh, speak of the devil, look who's here. It's Sunday, the most handsome man in Penacony. Along with a singer renowned across the universe, Robin.
He said you were the most dashing person in Penacony. How interesting.
I've kept you waiting, Mr. Aventurine. This way, please. Let us speak in private.
What's that? What happened?
What?
Mr. Aventurine, when you are out and about, do you always make adjustments to your appearance? Your tie should be on the center line. Your shirt must not protrude from your vest. Your trouser creases should be perfectly straight, and always aligned with the tips of your shoes.
Of course.
But I don't, because it's not appropriate to do so in public. You should make sure everything is presentable and in order before leaving the house. I'm not the kind that takes risks. The cornerstone must be in the custody of the family.
No room for negotiation.
Please, don't let me turn you down twice. Please. Are these what you're looking for? Since you came as promised, learned doctor, does this mean that you are willing to take the side of the family in this farce?
What makes you think you can convince me?
I've heard you haven't enjoyed Mr. Aventurine's company. I also understand that. As for the villain, I hope he retreats in humiliation. While the family is dedicated to keeping our guests safe, it might be wise for you to stay alert. You never know what unexpected troubles could arise. You are so funny, Mr. Security Officer. I hope that sense of humor of yours has helped you find the serial killer.
Just expressing a personal opinion. Why? Did I hit a nerve?
Mr. Gallagher, my patience is wearing thin. Neglecting duties will only make me more suspicious that you and the real serial killer are connected.
Scoundrel.
Only care about one thing. The answer to a question. You devil. You wretched, despicable dog. Why did you kill her?
You know, in the thick of things, people are blind to the grit in their eyes. Yet they can always feel it scratch. Want the answer? I'll give it to you. The whole thing is just fate playing a cruel joke on us.
I humbly request your blessings, esteemed advocate of Shipe.
Come to me, my kinship. I have sought their presence with us.
As you wish. I have faithfully served the Alfalfa family.
Well, don't forget this. Not everyone really has a future. The future for humanity is like the sky for birds. People mistakenly believe that flight is inherent to birds because they've never witnessed those birds crashing to their death. Do you remember how we took in that little Charmony dove when we were young?
Yeah. We took care of it. Provided food and water, groomed its feathers. And later, when I decided to leave Penacony, I opened the cage and set it free.
Well, I didn't mention what happened to it in my letters because I didn't want to upset you. Shortly after you left, it crashed to its death right in front of your window.
Are you implying that the same goes for humans too?
Let's take the Astral Express as an example. The nameless... That's because the pursuit of the Trailblaze exceeds the capabilities of ordinary humans. Otherwise, why would this path be filled with broken rails, an abandoned express, and even a fallen Eon?
That's just sophistry. If that were true, then only the powerful would have the right to determine the future.
Unfortunately, that's exactly what happens. Another name for the future is self-value. All victim to malice and cowardice. When it comes to survival, everyone is equal. And the weak can only watch as their value gets constantly diminished by external forces.
That's why we should care for the weak and support them as if their suffering were our own. That's what the Odes of Harmony have always taught us.
While the Harmony holds noble aspirations, the strong will always be strong, and the weak will always be weak. Even in this carefree dream. Human nature contains greatness, but it also harbors inherent weaknesses that can't be eradicated. In the end, if people can't even secure their own survival, they won't care about the illusory future of equality. As long as the law of survival of the fittest prevails, there will always be fledglings crashing to their death.
But if people don't live for the future, do they merely exist for survival? If even you, my brother, don't believe that the Harmony will save the weak, then which Eon can make our dreams come true?
People often forget that when the first bird took flight, the entire world envisioned a future where no more fledglings would ever crash to their death.
Are you reading, sister? What are you reading?
Mr. Gopherwood gave me a picture book. It's about the story of the harmonic strings. If I could become a chord master, I'd like to summon Dominicus, the harmonious choir.
Congratulations to the both of you on becoming the festive superstars of this year's Charmony Festival before entering the Grand Theater. I, on behalf of the organizers, extend my sincere congratulations to you, wishing you joy under their radiance. Your endeavors are worthy of extra recognition, and I've taken steps to ensure that. However, this reward is not a material one, but rather the opportunity for an open and honest communication between us. As previously promised, My sister, Mr. Yang, and I have met with the Dream Master. We delved into the truth about Penacony and its Stellaron, and have come to a consensus. Both I and the Oak family cannot acquiesce to your request.
Just as expected.
We acknowledge the perspective of you, Nameless. Penacony does require change, but not as you propose. The planet of festivities cannot and will not revert to a place characterized by chaos, disorder, or anarchy. Through your journey of overcoming obstacles, you must have glimpsed the essence of that era. The vulnerable ruthlessly eliminated, equality non-existent, common folk living precarious lives, eking out a dreary existence. Ultimately, only heroes like yourselves manage to achieve success. But I would dare ask, if you did not possess the special status of having a Stellaron, and you were but an anonymous and frail member among the masses, which Penacony would you prefer? A dystopia for the survival of the fittest, or a sweet dream paradise for all?
That's not the point! Don't let him mislead you!
Mr. Sunday, even if the members of the Oak family can't fully agree on what to do about the Stellaron, now's not exactly the time to be holding an extensive discourse about Penacony's past and future, is it?
Ah, Navigator. That is precisely my intention. With all present, let's begin by discussing the details of that meeting. Let's talk about our tribulations and choices, our ideals and beliefs, and our final course of action. The only path to take. The letter contained the usual pleasantries, anecdotes from her travels. Nothing out of the ordinary. Just as I started wondering how this letter related to our discussion, I am now aware of everyone's stances. Raising these questions merely serves to illustrate one point. The plight of Penacony cannot be salvaged by the harmony. The true foundation for a sweet dream paradise can only be established through the order where the strong govern the weak. I know the suffering of being tormented, the turmoil of losing your way, how sorrow and even despair set in when matters don't work out. All of this causes me unending pain, because this is not what happiness is at all. We must teach the weak how to live a happy life happily during these brief intermissions. It's just a pity that 2 or 3 days are still too fleeting compared to the span of a lifetime. From where I stand,
It is your path to walk.
Trailblazing means taking paths your predecessors forswore, and venturing even further. The Penacony in Mikhail's dreams does not belong to order.
I can't believe that Eon would cast a glance at Penacony at a time like this. Is it because of the resonance from the legacy of the Trailblaze? Or perhaps the bond between you is so strong that it even impresses an Eon?
Well, there might be another possibility. Perhaps they want to witness, on behalf of the fallen Eons, who will hold the future of Penacony.
If that's the case, on behalf of the Dream Master of Penacony and the 107,336 members of the Oak family, I'm extending a formal invitation to all of you. I'm cordially inviting you all to the Penacony Grand Theater to participate in the upcoming Charmony Festival. And, of course, you won't be in the audience, but on center stage. Since the future of the Stellaron, Penacony, and even the entire cosmos is at stake, let's draw a conclusion there, in all fairness. If you truly believe in Akavili's path, then show me their courage and determination. What do you mean, Master? I'm right here in front of you, aren't I?
You know, she was supposed to be the star of the Charmony Festival in our plan.
But the plan has changed. As her brother, I know she doesn't want to sing for the Order, so I'll take her place.
Choice.
If you consider this a betrayal, well, there can't be two suns in the sky. I'll step up and take down the other sun if necessary.
Do you believe in karma?
If karma exists, then everyone has their own karma. You have yours, and I have mine. And my karma has nothing to do with you, Mr. Gopherwood.
All right. Since you're willing to sacrifice yourself for her, I'll grant your wish.
Well, the compromise came sooner than expected. Why?
You and your sister were born as twins of the Order. And one of you is destined to follow this path to the end.
Is this part of your plan?
Of course. You're still as clever as you were when you were a child. The opening is near. Go, my child. Seize the power of the harmony and reveal your karma.
I have one final question, Master. Why did you choose to bring the Order to Penacony? Wouldn't it have been better to choose a desperate world instead of a city filled with hope and dreams? Why?
7,336 souls of the Oak family have dreamed of this moment too many times.
I shall ascend to the heavens, becoming the scorching sun. Bathed in my light, my people shall flourish, while all evil shall be eradicated. Is darkness equal to daylight? Are sinners equal to the righteous? If you are born weak, which god should you turn to for solace? I already know your decision.
I now permit you to gaze into the sun.
On these 107,336 stones, the almighty and powerful strings of harmony are at my disposal! The supreme tuner! Harmonious choir! Dominicus! The time has come. creation will be reborn from the remains of the gods.
Danhan?
Radiant spirits, heed my word. Show no mercy!
Music.
There seems to be another kind of sound coming into the Order's symphony. Penacony's first and last disharmony.
Robin, is that you singing?
Brother, you have heard their cries. This is not the paradise they hoped for.
Even so, they don't know where they should be heading. That's why I had to become the lone star in the sky to guide them.
Even if that star must hang in a perpetual night of solitude.
If we had never experienced solitude, how could we have embarked on different paths? Now, our final talk has concluded. All the work of creation has been completed. The inevitable day has arrived. The embryo of philosophy will reshape for us all of reality!
My purpose is to protect.
It was not you, it was humanity.
The weakness of humanity cannot be redeemed by others.
Your divine being will become the foundation of our paradise! So, why does life slumber?
Because someday we will wake from our dreams.
The night is still too short.
Brother, the dream is over.
I wasn't expecting it to be you.
Don't you know how many sentry posts the family has built? And how hard it is to get you out of here?
Put your hands behind your back and answer my questions in short sentences.
Short sentences? I didn't expect to see you here, Miss Robin.
Oh, you're a Dreamweaver. Thank you for all your hard work. You all are the reason the Dreamscape has been able to recover from this crisis.
You're too kind, Miss Robin. You must be very busy. What brings you here to Dream's Edge?
I'm taking a break. I wanted to find a quiet place to relax. Ideally somewhere where I could see the stars. Before I knew it, I'd walked all the way here. I know these stars only exist in the dream, but...
Well, perhaps the dreamscape is not so different from reality. When we look up into the night sky, the stars aren't really there. The glimmering lights we see are merely the images of stars from long ago. So, have we ever truly seen a real sky full of stars?
You're very philosophical, Miss 1 Week. You remind me of someone I know. Do you work nearby?
No. Today is my rest day. There's going to be a show later, so I came early to find a good seat.
A show? Here?
It's somewhere farther away. They say it's a farewell performance. The kind that's better to listen to from afar than watch it performed live.
I see. In that case, the observation deck is a good choice. You can see all of Penacony from here. Distance can make some things appear more beautiful.
Miss Robin, may I stay here with you to gaze at the stars before the show begins?
Of course. You don't have to be so courteous. I should be the one asking. This is Dream's Edge, after all, and the Dreamweavers are its true masters.
Failure may be a good thing for someone like that. Being able to reflect on one's actions is a valuable quality to have.
You may be right. But I still hope that he'll never change.
Why is that?
Because I have faith in the person I remember him to be. He may have taken the wrong approach when he failed, but I don't think he had the wrong intentions. We once stood together at the same starting line, but now it's his turn to fly for the stars. I believe he'll find the right path, even if he has to do it alone. We don't have to soar into the sky together. Because I know we'll reunite one day, up there in the clouds.
I hope so.
Miss 1 Week, may I ask a favor? There's a jigsaw here I'd like to finish before I leave. If I have a Dreamweaver's help, maybe I'll be able to fill in the missing pieces.
Torment and doubt, I bid you farewell. Torment and doubt, farewell.
In this mortal form.
I will watch over you and guide you on your path.
This mortal form.
I will walk with you, watch over you, and guide you on your path.
I know you can hide your appearance, but trespassing on restricted family grounds is still a bold move.
Don't worry, I won't take too much time. I was a child when I first visited the Grand Theater. I remember seeing the light behind the curtains from here and believing it to be the morning star guiding me toward the land of the dreams. When I returned here many years later as the head of the Oak family, I finally learned that the light was actually a Stellaron.
Now that you've...
As they welcome their final moments, they invariably raise their hands, stretching their arms into the emptiness. Much like how babies also stretch their arms into the air when they are first born. Humanity flaps their wings twice as they complete their journey. Once when they are born, and once when they die. In order to flap my own wings and soar again. I will say goodbye, here, to the me of yesterday. I really hate this face. My expressions feel so dull and lifeless.
I see. That explains why something always felt off about your appearance. The halo above your head that symbolizes the harmony, it's been missing since the moment we reunited.
It's true that this ring was bestowed upon our people by the heavens, but that doesn't mean it can't be thrown away. While I was in the gallery of thoughts, at the entrance of the dream, I chose to completely sever the halo from myself. I'm about to embark on an unknown journey, where it will be impossible to maintain my orderly life. I will have to navigate unexpected surprises, much like today. You're not ready at all, are you? I feel unsettled, maybe even scared. Ever since I left Penacony, I could no longer control everything. Don't flatter yourself. You can't control anything. But isn't that how it is for most people? My fear of the unknown may be a weakness, but your presence has shown me that surprises aren't always bad. Meeting you has been a great help to me, and I'm glad to have discovered this side of myself. I also feel grateful for the opportunity to tell you this in person. I truly dislike you. What? Are you sure you didn't mean the opposite? I must admit, many of your qualities strike a chord with me. There are times when I want to joke around, freely express my thoughts, or openly share my dislike of a person. Or my fondness. I want to tell her that I love all her songs. Then go for it, Sonny. You always talk about locking the bird in the cage, but you're the one who's trapped. Look at yourself. Besides discipline and hesitation, there's nothing else in your life. If you continue living like a slab of marble, you'll break into pieces when you fall. But I won't become like you. I simply can't. I dislike people who are frivolous. It makes me uncomfortable to even emulate them. If I fail, I will still uphold my principles, such as decorum and stateliness. As for the harmony, my stance remains the same. Whether it's you or the paths, if what I once doubted, or even opposed, becomes the force I must rely on in the future, then this time, my true heart will guide the tuning. I'll leave it to you. What is this? Leaving your fate entirely up to a coin flip? This isn't like you at all. Did you lose your mind after being run over by the Express? Or were you possessed by that IPC gambler? Failure is always the best teacher. To save more lives, you must first understand what they live for and what they die for. The best way to achieve this is through personal experience. You see? I'm already starting to make changes. Whether it's us merging or one of us disappearing, I'll leave the tuning to fate, see if I can embrace all that I detest. Only then will I truly be able to walk among the living, in their world. But what if you can't do it? Well, that's out of my hands. It will just prove that I'm still the same person. The person who always disappoints his sister.
Planet of festivities, land of the dreams. I say goodbye to my home. Should one desire to leave the stage for good,
one must first step back onto the stage!
Day, I grant myself departure. About that, you've given me many insights as well. Humans are the measure of everything, and no one is the sole savior. Creating a paradise remains one of my lifelong ambitions. As I move forward, I realize I must build it brick by brick. Therefore, I have a request that I hope you'll consider. While I lack the will to trailblaze, nor can I become a true nameless.
Torment and doubt, farewell.
In this mortal form,
I will watch over you and guide you on your path. Torment and doubt, I bid you farewell.
In this mortal form,
I will walk with you, watch over you, and guide you on your path.